Did you ever have an idea and you say to yourself, gee, why didn't I think of that sooner? And somebody else takes off on it and they make money on it? Well, that's kind of sort of like what happened here. But I was a little bit surprised at this product because I do question, are we getting lazier or are we being taught to become lazier? What on earth am I talking about? I'll be back in a minute. Good morning. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City. Channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. And this is my third take because somebody was delivering something to the building and I was nice enough to let them in. Not even for me. My previous take was perfect. I was about to conclude. And then the bell rang. Now, on a videotape, I could say, wait, just wait there and I'll get it. But no, 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 not on an audio. How you doing today? Hope that this audio video finds everybody doing well on this stockpile chat Friday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that in certain cases we are being taught to be lazier. And I also had a moment the other day when I was watching a video clip someplace. I don't know, could have been on a news media. But yeah, it was on TV. I think it was on the news. Yeah, looking back. Now, as you know, I record my shows 1 week ahead of time. Okay. So what you're hearing now has to do with something that happened very recently. I was watching this on the day after Thanksgiving, this video clip. And what was it about, like how to handle, or they so-called led us to believe that the video clip was about how do we handle leftover turkey day, food? How do we make good do-over meals and how do we do it? Well, it was anything but about that. They had us believing that the clip coming up, and I waited and waited for the segment. I'm like, oh, this should be really interesting. Blah, 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 blah. Not true. Not entirely true. Okay. So right away, the person says, well, the guest says, well, we're going to do with about everything but except for turkey. And I'm like, wait a minute. I sat here believing this whole time that I'm going to watch a video clip about what to do, with turkey do-over type ideas. They were supposed to be new and innovative, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. Anyway, but that's besides the point. What the person did do was demonstrate how to handle, like, let's say, the vegetable leftovers. And one of the quick ideas, I know they're limited on time, especially on TV, was to put together a shepherd's pie. But here's the part that surprised me, and here's the part that really surprised me, I should say, and the part that surprised me, um, that, hey, like, why didn't I think of this as a product line? So the person picked up, she said, oh, don't bother, with cooking this and that as far as like the meat part goes. So she picks up a bag of a product that is manufactured that apparently you can purchase. I'm unaware of it, don't even know the name of it. And what it was either beef or turkey. I think it was beef crumbles. What do I mean by that? Crumbles, already prepared, already seasoned. I said to myself, wait a minute, I've been like doing this for years. You know what I mean? I'm like, are we getting lazier? What do I mean by crumbles? Okay, for example, let's say you get back from the grocery store and you have, let's say, a couple of pounds of ground beef. It is a really good method, and it's actually very cost effective. And especially if you have a smaller family, and well, any size family, it's also convenient. You saute your own beef crumbles. You let it cool down. You season it up the way you like it, to your family's taste or yourself, whatever. Cool it down, and then you pack it up in individual, containers or freezer bags, anything to save space, that precious real estate in your freezer. So apparently now they make a product that does that for you. And I said to myself, wow, here we go again with another convenience food. And of course, assumingly, there is an extra price to be paid. Anytime that you get a so-called convenience food, because you are, after all, paying for someone else that did the work for you. But the thing is, in this case, is it that much work to prepare the crumbles when you get home. And I ask myself, how much of a price difference is there? I'm going to presume probably a sizable price difference. But I was just like sitting there, like, first of all, totally disappointed. That was like a video clickbait, but it was on TV, okay? Like not on a social media platform. You can somewhat expect once in a while a little clickbait video now and again from channels, okay? Although personally, I don't do that, but everybody's different. I I never did that. It is what it is. Um, anyway, uh, but getting back to the TV thing, I was so disappointed. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I'll wait and wait and wait for this person to come on and explain all the things we could do with leftover turkey. I should have just like literally just clicked on like a video on social media. Just so that. But what I did learn really did surprise me. I did learn that in my honest that I believe that we are starting to become, not all of us, in general, taught to be lazy, taught to learn we cannot live without conveniences. Yeah, it's convenient to have a go-to already crumbled up, cooked piece of, area of beef and just, like use it when you need it. But why can't we do that ourselves? What is such the big deal? If there is a significant price difference, I'm going to venture to guess. I don't know the name of the product, but there is a product out there that's already crumbled up. Now, for people who have difficulty, now don't get me wrong, there's always a market for something. Now, for people that have difficulty standing up, long enough to cook, I'm saying there really are people that can utilize this. It's totally not a put down. But if you're able-bodied enough to prepare your own ground beef and just pack it up and season it up the way you like, you see, that's the thing too. Then we lose our sense of our individual cooking tastes. Okay, one of the fun things that I like to watch about like other people on their cooking type shows is to see how they spice something up. And I don't mean necessarily hot spices, like flavor. How do they flavor it up? There's one channel that seems to use a lot of bouillon, okay? A lot of bouillon in their method. I always used bouillon, but I never appreciated it as much as, let's say, someone else might appreciate it. But it could be very appreciative. By the way, while we're on the topic, in case you run out of chicken bouillon, here is a really good, reasonable, and very flavorful facsimile. I've used it whenever I've run out of powdery bouillon. You could use chicken adobo, the ground powdered adobo. That works as a wonderful basis if you need to make a soup or whatever that it was or will be to need in place of the powdered bouillon, chicken adobo. So, make a note of that. I'm just wondering, are we becoming lazier due to the products handed to us? Is it really so hard for the vast majority of us to create crumbles and saute them, cool it off, spice it up the way you want while you're cooking it, and pack it away for convenience? I don't know. Personally, I think it's just a better idea that I do it myself. Let me know how you feel in the comment section below on this Stockpile Friday. All right, everybody, have an amazing, fantastic upcoming weekend. Take good care. Bye-bye.